Hey, person on the other side of the screen. I hope your day's been great. Well, mine hasn't because I'm broke. So, I turned 21 in a few weeks, and it dawned on me that I still eat out of my mother's fridge and don't have enough money for McDonald's Happy Meals. I mean, it's so bad. She sent me to the store to buy a pack of screws, juice, and bread. Don't ask why the combination. And I still needed money for both gas and the items she wanted. It's one thing giving me money for the stuff. It's another thing needing money for my own car's gas. A few weeks before that, I was at college. This happened a couple of months ago, and I had more than enough money in my account to get my own food because I was living on my own and get my own school supplies. When I came back and started driving the greatest thing on wheels, Toby, my 2014 Renault Sandero, I suddenly had no money for anything. Gas is expensive. Like, make my check look weak expensive. I needed a second job just to have enough gas money to get to my first job. I can't stand being this level of broke. And yet, some of you walk out the house planning to go to the club with zeros in the account, living off of a damn hope and prayer. I don't know how y'all have the confidence to go outside not knowing if there's enough money to get home tonight, but I kind of respect it. I know dudes who have like 400 Rand for gas and subscriptions, but they going out buying after hours food for the girl they met in the club and ordering Ubers to their place because they knew they would be too drunk to drive home. Well, and also it's safer not to go to the club with your own car, but you know what I mean. They're sitting on their last funds, figuring out how they're going out, buying weed, and still getting groceries. A true skill to get weed, alcohol, and food for an entire month. Shout out Lebs. We're praying for you, my boy. Now, being broke at 12, no biggie. You don't even know what that means yet. Being broke at 30, completely different conversation that I hope I never experience. But being broke at 20 is that exact sweet spot where you need money to go outside, but your dad's still paying bills. It's not a stress that you don't have money, but it hurts though. For instance, I went out with my cousins. Wait, better. I went out with my cousins to get some food and have a drink, but I didn't know where we were going. They just said look nice, which is valid because I don't dress up for anything. Now, they didn't know I was broke, but I thought, okay, since it's not a date, we splitting the bill, I just have to watch how I spend. I get to the mall, we're going to meet at the mall and then walk to the place so they could keep it a surprise. We get there, and it's real nice, by the way. I'll leave the name in the description in case they don't want me talking about them. But anyway, we get to the place, and it's looking a little fancy, and I start stressing. As they say, fancy place, fancy food, fancy price. Like I said, I barely have McDonald's money. So the waiter sits us down, he brings the drinks menu. Yes, that levels of fancy, and leaves. I kid you not, the drinks were as much as a large McFeast meal. Funny how I'm using McDonald's as a reference, but I hate McDonald's. Like I really don't like the taste of McDonald's. I think it tastes like cardboard. Nobody else agrees with me. Anyway, so I'm scrolling through this drinks menu and I go looking for my usual drink of choice. Water? Nah, I'm joking. I went looking for John on the Rocks. I'm sorry. I like the taste. Don't drink, kids. Nah, for real. Don't drink. Anyway, I find it and the price was reasonable. It was compared to the other stuff in the menu. So I ordered that, and then they brought us the food menus. Oh, and quick side tangent. I hate those digital menus that you have to scan a QR code for. If you don't give me a regular menu and take my order, half the time the stupid things don't even work, and you have to go to their website just to look for food. I swear, if a waiter tells me to use the digital menu one more time, I'll just leave. I don't think they need that kind of stress in their life, and I'm not the type of person to do that type of thing. Okay, back to the story. Now I may be broke, but I'm also kind of smart. Before I left my house, I ate food. I know my big bag self. When I get a menu, I look for the dish with the most food that looks good, and that price tag is never pretty. So I ate at home to avoid buying a little plate of food and being more hungry than I would have been if I didn't eat. I have this thing that I get hungry after I eat, but I can go the whole day without being hungry if I don't eat. It's this weird, stupid thing. Just bear with me, okay? Anyway, I ordered my drink like 3 times with a mojito. My cousins wanted me to get one, and 3 waters. That's all I had the whole night. My bill was looking reasonable, 230 Rand, which is great because I walked in with 260 flat, like no change. My cousins, on the other hand, ran that bill up. And when the waiter came with the bill, it was like 1,450. Now, I'm thinking, I'm cool, right? I have just enough to cover my own costs. My cousins rounded up to 1,500 and they like, if we split it, that's an even 500 each. Excuse me, 500? 500? I don't have 500. My bill wasn't 500. I didn't even eat. My cousin takes her purse out and she tells the cashier we can pay now. She pays the 1,500 and she's like, y'all owe me the rest. Quick side tangent again. Rihanna is so fine. I mean, seriously. Like, damn. With that big forehead and everything. Okay, tangent over. Before I even realized that we were walking out and no one checked the bill to split anything appropriately, they dead said we splitting it three ways. Now, I know what you're saying. You could have just told them that, bro, I didn't buy all that. I didn't spend all that money. But I didn't count for tax, which I could have been short on because it's 15%. And who wants to end a good night on a bad note over some money? So I took my 260 home and waited until I got money to pay her back. I swear I didn't go anywhere until I paid her back. Not to get food, not to the homie's place, nowhere. And it took me, I kid you not, 3 months to pay that money back. Other things came up, and when I had the money to pay her, I kept pushing it back. Also, respect to my cousin. She didn't pester me for it, like, not even once. Anyway, moral of the story being broke sucks. I could have spent the entire night not worrying about the price of the things and really enjoying myself. Plus, if worst came to worst, I could have called my mom and begged for like an extra 250. Really not the end of the world. That's not to say don't be responsible, but bro, you can live a little. Well, that's been me. Drink water. I know you don't do it enough, and don't tell me that you do because you don't. And buenos dias.